What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is the 3rd. Oh, sorry. Today is the 11th of March, which is the 3rd month. Sorry, dang. Yeah. Today was a decent day. Okay. There were some setups, right? There were some good ones and there were some okay ones and there were some ones that are like, eh. But yeah, today was decent, right? It's better than the stuff we've been getting. But yeah, let's get right into the trade recap straight from what I said on the Discord this morning. Okay. So I said, good morning, everybody. Today is super simple. The only valid draw that I even am interested in is going to be the data highs. The high time frame is so choppy, it's literally unreadable. Data highs would be also good enough magnet to pull price to it. If we don't get that, I'm just going to get off, right? Pretty simple day for me. Pretty simple situation. That is really the only thing that I saw that was valid, that I was willing to put my money on the line, right? Because looking at the high time frame pre-market, again, if we pull this picture up, this is not a probable high time frame market that we want to be trading, right? If we want to be trading and finding draws and liquidity that are super probable, that I feel like with 100% certainty and that I would bet my house on would be able to be hit, I do not want to be opening the chart and it look like this. Today, this morning, again, it should not be hard to find your draw and liquidity. If it is, it's probably a bad time. This was the 1 hour, and then this was the 4 hour, right? It's like 24 hours worth of candles of doing nothing, which is a very bad time to me. But since we had the data high, I was willing to long to it. Now, let me get into what I saw. Now, I usually do not do this, but since there was a data high and the conditions that we had during the market were decent, we will go over this. So there was a 5-minute gap, right? This was pre-market right here. And you could have used this as your condition, right? If you guys are using conditions, if you guys are not using conditions, right? You could have noticed that the 5-minute gap was not getting ran through. We were just completely displacing. There was one right here, there was one right here, right? If we displace through this one and you guys wanted to take a trade, you guys could have entered something like this with this targeting data highs, which is super free, right? Anything along these lines, right? Wherever your entry would be, right? As long as you had a protective stop, these were good. I just didn't like to take it because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get to data highs. And it did take up until the market opened to end up TPing. I was just not super a fan of, let's say that the candles didn't deliver to data high before market open. I wasn't 100% sure, right? Because it's literally a coin flip. We could have opened bullish or bearish. I wasn't 100% sure that data highs was going to get taken off of open, so I just didn't want to take that risk, right? But if you guys hit enter, anything along these lines right here is good. That is good. Anything like that is good. Very clean, right? And then after that, we displace up. We kind of chop and do nothing for a little bit. And then we come down and we tap into a 15-minute condition, which I will show right now. Okay, which was this right here. Dang, I am going to remove data highs off of the screen so that we have a better view of this. So we tapped into this 15-minute condition. Boom. And I saw some people long right here. Bang, bang. And then I guess you would put your that you're there or there for a little like 1-to-1. I also saw some people doing this, which is, it's okay, right? A little bit riskier. It is okay if you got mid candle, because imagine your fill would have been right here, and then you would have got break even at this candle's closure, which is very good. But yeah, this trade is good. The one with the stop at the bottom of this is also very good. Either of these are good. Again, I really like whenever we retrace deeper into a higher time frame condition gap and then deliver to our job, right? If we would have retraced into like this gap, right? Let me delete this 5-minute. If we were to retrace into this gap off of open, or not off of open, off of this, right? Which we did, but we did end up inversing it. If this would have been the one that was going to carry us to our drawn liquidity, it wouldn't have made any sense to me, right? It would have made no sense to retrace into a lower time frame gap, which would have been the 1-minute gap in this case, just for us to end up coming back up, flipping and displacing to our drawn liquidity anyways, right? If our drawn liquidity is right in front of our head, we shouldn't need to retrace into any type of low time frame gap, right? Especially if it's something like this far down. Now the 15-minute is better because it's a higher time frame, but retracing into a 1-minute gap to then come up again and displace doesn't make any sense, right? So if you guys You know, in this instance, right? If you guys ended up taking this, something like this, right, off of this 1 minute gap, even though it got inverse, this ended up working out. But again, logically, you got to use logic. Does this make sense to come all the way down and retrace into a 1 minute condition when the draw on liquidity is right here and it's super clear, right? That doesn't make any sense. So those were the two trades that I saw. And then after that, we had a SMT with ES and a huge sell-off. I don't like these shorts at all. Again, right? Huge sell-off, come up, and then we sell off again, and then we come up and retrace and sell out. Like, yes, these ended up hitting, but again, not a very high quality trade. If you guys took something like this, I didn't see any of this in the Discord going on, but if there was something like this going on, boom, stop right here. Oops. Right? Like, this would have got break even, but it's also very unfortunate. Like, this is just a trade where again, you shouldn't even have been on the market this late. It's pretty unfortunate, and you're just like kind of predicting that we go to this draw, or we just like keep chopping around, right? Again, price action today was very it's way better than what we've been seeing, right? But that trade was definitely not the trade of the day. I really do prefer either the pre-market trade or this long right here towards the second draw on liquidity. I think I would have rather taken the pre-market. I did take my winning day, which makes me eligible for a payout tomorrow if I take a trade. I'm not sure if I even want to do that. I don't really care. If I do get an A+ type tomorrow, I will take the trade. I will take my payout, but I'm not really in a rush to do that. But yeah, one more winning day for a good payout. I think I'm eligible for max on Lucid, but I think I'm just going to request half because I prefer working with a bigger buffer and then requesting another payout, since there is none of those types of restriction rules about being a certain in a profit target or whatever. I'm on the flex account, so I don't really have that. But yeah, these two trades were definitely the trades of the day. I'll show them one more time. That is not the right way. Something in here, boom, boom. Wait, it was like here, boom, and then boom. Or something a little bit lower, boom, 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 right? These were definitely the trades of the day. Or we had this one. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any questions. Again, join my Discord. We're having a free 50K funded giveaway of any prop of your choice. I'm also starting my one-on-one mentorship app soon. So yeah, that is going to be available of use for all one of you guys. Damn, I'm like stuttering. But yeah, that's going to be available to use for everybody. And yeah, these two trades were just the best trades of the day. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any questions. And DM me, do whatever. If you guys need to message me, send me a letter in the mail. I'm always available. But yeah, that is the trade recap for today. And I will put the exact total that I made in the title. I think it's like $624. But yeah, peace out.